Okay, let's try to do another problem here. All right, let's take a look and see what we got. Okay, so all right, so this is an equation here. So which of the following statements is true concerning the equation below, right? So you have this radical with or square root with inside you have x plus 6 equals x, right? So then we have these choices here to see you know, like how many solutions it has, right? Okay, so let's just try to write it down and see if we can work it out, right? So we have this radical sign or square root x plus 6 equals x, right? So we should try to solve this and see if we can get solutions, right? So first thing we see is we have the radical sign. So in order to get rid of the radical sign, the inverse of a radical, the inverse of a square root is a square. So I'm going to square both sides, right? So the square root of x plus 6 squared is just going to be x plus 6. And then I have to square this, so x squared. So now what I'll do is I see I have an x squared here. So what I think I'll do is I'll try to set this equal to 0, right? So we'll have x minus 6 on both sides, minus x minus 6, and we wind up with 0 equals x squared minus x minus 6, and we can try to solve this by factoring this, right? Having the two factors equal to 0, right? So let's see what we get. We get 0 equals, well, this factors out as follows, right? Take it x squared, you have x, and then what numbers multiply to make negative 6 and add up to make negative 3? Well, so we have an x here. What numbers will multiply to make negative 6 and add up to make negative 1? Well, negative 3 times positive 2, right? Negative 3 added to positive 2 gives you a negative 1. So these are the factors, right? So you wind up with x minus 3 equals 0, or x plus 2 equals 0. So plus 3 on both sides, plus 3. So you wind up with x equals 3 minus 2 on both sides, and minus 2 minus 2, and you get x equals negative 2, right? So you wind up with two answers, x equals 3 or x equals negative 2. So you have these two solutions. So will we just say, okay, there's more than one solution? Well, no, I wouldn't do that. I would say that when you have a radical sign, it's actually anytime you have an equation, it's always a good idea to check and see if it works. So what we should actually do, especially seeing that there's a square root sign or a radical sign, I'd say we definitely have to check the solutions that we have, right? So let's try, we have x equals 3. So let's try that and see if that works, right? So square root of, using x equals 3, it will be 3 plus 6 equals 3, right? So the square root of 3 plus 6 is 9. Square root of 9 equals 3. The square root of 9 is 3. 3 equals 3. So that, okay, so we have one. We have one solution, right? Now let's try, now we came up with this negative 2 as a solution. So let's just see if that works, right? So let's plug that in and see if it works. Let's go back to the equation. Oops. Okay, square root of negative 2 plus 6 equals to negative 2, right? So negative 2 plus 6, that's 4, right? So 4, square root of 4 equals negative 2. and the square root of 4 is 2 equals -2. That's not true. So this solution did not work, but this one did. The x equals 3 did. So, and that was positive. So I would say that the answer is, yes, the answer is the equation has one positive solution, right? So the answer is B. Okay, so we've done another problem. We're done with this problem. Okay, that was good.